Welcome to Inside the Mind with Dr. Patel. I'm your host, Steve Jewell, and also Dr. Patel's fellow colleague. Today we are looking at a patient who claims to have amnesia. He can't remember any personal key events in his life. When he was a child, both his parents died in a car crash. His foster parents abused him when he lived there. He came back from the war in Afghanistan when his wife divorced him. The next day, he couldn't even remember his best friend.
Hey Steve, so what's the case today?
This guy came in with his friend, and apparently they've been friends for years. But he doesn't remember anything about him or the memories they had together.
Seems like a classic case of amnesia, my friend. Well, I'll talk to him and see what I can do to help him out. What's his name?
Friend said that his name is Todd Flames.
Alright, thanks Steve. Hello, I'm Dr. Patel. Your name is Todd Flames, is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I hear you're having troubles at home and as well as with amnesia.
Yeah, somewhat.
So when did you start feeling the symptoms?
Well, when I was home, someone came and knocked on my door. I answered the door, and it was a guy who didn't look familiar at all. He talked to me and kept trying to convince me that we've known each other for years, and since high school, but I still didn't know this man. Then he told me that he told me something was wrong and that I needed to come with him. He took me to my parents, and they said all that this best friend was saying was true, and I couldn't believe it, but I saw something that was wrong. They saw something that was wrong, so I came to you.
So there's definitely a possibility that you might have amnesia. So are there any stressful events that might have happened in your life recently?
So, well, I was serving in Afghanistan, so there's that, and then when I got back home, my wife wanted to have a divorce, so great.
Well, I think to get to the root of your problem of your amnesia, it would be best if you told me how you and your wife end up getting a divorce.
Oh, you better take a couple of steps back, Mike, 'cause there's a massive croc right there. Hold on. I've been waiting to take on a croc this big. Stand still, you beast!
Interesting.
Good golly, this guy could pack a wallop.
Todd, there is no crocodile.
Oh, it's alright. Tied him up now, it's good.
Mr. Flames,
The name's Jackal Dango. You can call me Jackal, or you can call me Dango.
you told me your name was Todd Flames.
You are crazier than a koala with an energy drink.
Right. Well, Todd, I'm going to look over the data I've collected, and I'm going to see if we can perform any tests to diagnose what the problem here is, okay? Okay. Hey, Todd.
Oh, I didn't even know you left the room.
Interesting. Well, I have good news and I have bad news. The good news is that we know what your problem is, but the bad news is the problem itself.
Go on.
Well, it seems to me that you have dissociative identity disorder, which means that your brain is coping with stress in ways that causes you to have multiple personalities.
I don't believe it.
So Todd, correct me if I'm wrong, but sometimes you stumble places, then you don't even recall what happened.
Yeah, that sounds like me.
Alright, so the reason you're not conscious of your switches of identities is simply because of this disorder.
Oh, so then what kind of treatment is there?
We'll start you off with basic psychotherapy, but we'll have you check in regularly, alright? I know this can be a lot to take in.
Well, okay.
Alright, make
Thank
sure
you.
you check out with the receptionist at the front desk.
All right, that's it.
Hey, you need to check out?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Todd Flames.
Alright, you're set.
All right, thanks.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, I just want to check in for my first therapy session with Dr. Patel.
Okay, what's your name?
Todd Flames.
Oh, okay. You're down the hall to the left.
All right, thanks so much.
Hey Todd, how are you feeling?
I'm doing okay.
Alright, so we'll work on that. I see my receptionist hand you the journal.
Yeah.
Alright, so the point of the journal is to keep track of all the thoughts and feelings you have during your therapy sessions and also at home. You should log all of your negative feelings throughout the day and also try to log the intensity at which you feel them.
All right, I can do that, but I really don't see how this is helping.
Well, we actually haven't started the therapy yet, so let's start now. What are some of the things stressing you right now?
Well, I guess my wife left me and past experience that I've had.
Alright, so can you describe these experiences?
Well, mainly it's just like the stress in Afghanistan that I had.
Alright, it's okay. What kind of stress are we talking about here? Don't forget to use the journal. Todd?
Amy, mate, how goes it?
Hey, Jackal, it's going well.
Don't shoot that nonsense at me.
Sorry, Jackal, I didn't mean to threaten you.
It's alright, I'm sorry. Just having a rough time.
So what's on your mind? Trust me, I'm here to help.
Well, back in my day, these aborigines that kept me captive in the outback.
It's okay, now we'll go on.
They punished me with these intricate weaponry, and my back bled, and I sobbed, and I just did the unspeakable.
It's okay, that's all in the past now. Let's look towards the future.
Where am I?
You're in my office, Todd. You're safe. You just experienced one of your different identities. It seemed to be the angry side of you.
Oh, I can actually faintly recall it.
That's good. We're going to work on your exposure to different stimuli that trigger the disorder.
Okay, will anything bad happen?
Trust me, Todd. I'm here to make you feel better.
Wow, thank you.
Alright, Todd. So let's ease into this. So tell me a little bit about your wife.
Well, recently she's become uninterested in me because apparently I've changed since I've been in Afghanistan.
Okay, so what are your thoughts about this?
Dr. Patel and Todd continue their psychotherapy session. Dr. Patel uses exposure therapy techniques to get as much as he can about the stressful situations Todd is experiencing.
Anyways, that's from why I've been having so much anxiety lately.
Alright, one moment. Hey Todd, have a seat.
Hey, thanks for seeing me, doctor, but I just didn't think the drugs were working too well.
I see. I think it's about time for another therapy session, so let's get started.
Well, I think I've told you everything that's happened recently in my life.
So what about your early childhood and teenage years?
Oh, well, my parents died in a car crash when I was like 8, little, and then I went to my foster parents, and they were abusive.
Todd, what's going on? I see, another personality.
I didn't do anything, but they still hit me. They kept saying, Timmy, you're bad.
Timmy, it's okay. You're safe here. Don't worry, I can help you with your problems.
Why did Mom and Dad have to leave me? It's not fair. It's not fair.
So what about your divorce?
Oh, what a bunch of baloney that was. That was the worst decision I ever made.
It's alright, Todd. Your marriage wasn't meant to be, and you deserve someone much better. Your abusive parents also weren't your fault. That's not how parents should treat their children. You have to try and tackle both these identities at the same time.
I don't wanna. I don't wanna. Oh, come on. I took on 2 great whites. I can do this.
Okay, I think I'm good, Doc.
Alright, this is good, Todd. I think we're coming near the end here.
Over the course of the next 6 months, Todd repeatedly visits Dr. Patel. He has now gained almost full control of all his personalities or identities.